Welcome to Jewel Talk Tuesday. Hello, everyone. Tonight, I would like to talk about faith to follow through. Faith to follow through is a huge conversation, but today I just want to talk about a few things. Faith to follow through is to believe that you can do whatever you say you're going to do. It is to have faith that you can do it. Oftentimes, people ask us to do something, or we even tell ourselves that we're going to do something. It takes faith to do that. It takes us believing that we can do whatever someone asks us to do. It takes faith to believe that we can do it for ourselves. If you are a giver, you somebody that cares, you somebody that serves, you love to do for other people, you can find yourself neglecting to follow through on things in your own life. If you're like me, if someone asks me to do something, I just go ahead and do it because I don't want people waiting on me. I don't want people to say, well, I'm waiting on Caprice to finish so I can do my part. So I would do that for them. But oftentimes I find myself procrastinating, neglecting the things that I need to do for myself because I put myself on the back burner. And that is something in habits that I have to stop. And I've stopped that. If I say I'm going to do something, I have to learn to pace myself with certain things. I have to learn to say, okay, I'm going to do it. Sometimes we don't do things out of legitimate reasons. Other times we just don't feel like it. We don't want to. And we have to make sure when we say we're going to do something for someone else or even ourselves that we're not doing it out of compulsion. We're not being manipulated. We're not being, made to feel like, well, if you don't do it, then you must not like me, or if you don't do it, you must don't care. But sometimes we don't express other stuff that we got going on in our lives, so we just say no, or we don't say no. Sometimes we have to use the word no, and it does not reflect on whether we like the person or care for the person. It's just like we may just not be able to do it. And sometimes making a commitment to someone helps us to do better. So you have to figure out whether this is in compulsion or it's coming from your heart. Because there are things that great rewards, there are effects of going following through, and there are effects of not following through. The importance of following through is that it makes other people see that we're committed, that we say and do what we say we're going to do. And that builds our character. It builds us as endurance, and it makes us want to continue to do and do and do, because when you follow through by faith, you're going towards the right direction. You're moving forward. You don't move backwards by following faith. You move forward by following faith and having faith to follow through. It is very important that, we recognize those strengths in our lives of all the things we have followed through on. We can't get to the place where we only look at the things that we didn't do. We have to look and pull on the strengths and the energy of all the things that we have done and followed through. That's what gets us forward. Everybody has said they was going to do something and didn't do it, whether it was big or small. We can't just get and start judging ourselves and people on things because we have done it ourselves. The one without sin cast the first stone. Nobody would ever throw a stone because we all have done it. But for me, I said, to be a better person, what are the things that I can do? And those are questions that we should ask ourselves on a daily basis, or at least sometime in our lives. What can make me a better person? And for me, it was make sure my follow through game is straight. And that's not only for others, but for me, because I am important. You are important, and your word is important. Nowadays, people just say things and just say it so candidly that it's like, do I believe them? Can I trust them? And you don't want to commit to somebody that's really dependent on the things that you say you're going to do. And you don't want to commit and tell yourself you're going to do something because that affects you. That just takes away from you when you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to do this, and then you don't do it. You don't have a conversation with yourself about why you didn't follow through. It's important to have that conversation. Mirror therapy, y'all. Get in that mirror and tell yourself. You know, we got to remove some of the excuses about everything, because everybody think that an excuse is excusable. It's not. It's not always the case. And we really have to look at those things. The effects of following through, not following through, it'll make us feel defeated. It'll make us feel like I can't accomplish anything. I can't do anything right. And when you start getting in that mindset, you can miss out on blessings, opportunities, because you think that you can't do it. Sometimes you may need assistance. You may need somebody to help you and guide you through. But everybody has an important part to play, and everybody can commit to something. Everybody can follow through with something. Everybody has faith to follow through because we do it every day. We have faith to go to work, and not every day I want to go, but I go anyway. Not every day I want to do certain things, but I do it because it's important. It's important for my life. It's important for the things that I'm doing. I just can't think about, well, I have to think about, well, if I don't do it, how is this going to affect the next part of my life or the next day? You have to ask yourself the questions. The result of following through on faith is the rewards and the blessings. There are always rewards and blessings. There are always things to be excited about. Finishing the goal, accomplishing it. It's something exciting to say, yeah, I won this round. I did this thing. To see something that you have done and accomplished, it brings joy to you. It brings peace to you. It brings a certain kind of confidence to you. So the next time when you get ready to enter into a commitment or you enter into an agreement with somebody, you'll be able to do it with that confidence, saying, I believe in myself enough that I have faith to follow through on what I'm committing myself to, whether it's anything, it can be anything. Like I said, this is a huge conversation and it can go on and on and on. But the important thing that I want to say is think about the things that you are having faith to follow through in your own life. Put yourself first sometimes. Think about, okay, yeah, I give of myself to other people and I do other things for other people, but what am I doing for myself? What am I committing to myself? Let me follow through on some of the things that I need to do for myself. Something to make me happy, something to bring me joy, something to bring me peace in my life. We have to commit to following through on the things in our lives and put ourselves first. We have to make sure that when we do this, we do it with great strength and pride. And we do it not to say, okay, I done it, and you just have put it together and do it. Do it with all your might. Do it with everything you got. It's not about the talents and the gifts. It's about your commitment to get it done, and then that builds on things. You don't know what will be the end result if we start following through on things. We don't know how close we are to the things that we are being praying for, we've been waiting for. We don't know how close we are. And that commitment to yourself may be the thing to get you where you need to be, whether it's to read more of the Bible, is to, have your daily devotions, whatever it may be. Saying kind words to people, praying for people, praying for yourself, meditating, whatever it is. You don't know how close you are to getting to those things that we are asking for, but we have to have faith to follow through. We have to have faith to follow through to see the things that God is having for us in the future. We have to have faith to follow through. That's the only way we're going to get there. We're going to have to do self-examinations and see what is going on with us. See what is going on with you. See what's going on with your surroundings and what is preventing us from following through with the things for ourselves. And then that helps make us a better person. So as you go through this week, some of the things that you may have neglected in your life and you have put on the back burner and said, well, I'll do it later. Dig those things back up and say, I can still do it. Let me pace myself. Let me just slow down instead of trying to put everything and say, I'm going to finish it in a day. And then pace yourself. Give yourself enough leeway that you will be able to finish those things that you have committed in your heart to do for yourself. and take care of yourself. Hope you have a great week, and I see you back here next time on Jewel Talk Tuesday. Bye.